Hey guys, what's going on? I just had well, not just, it was a few hours ago, but I had kind of a weird experience at work, and I just thought I'd tell you guys about it. This is Obviously, this is totally unrelated to the other videos I was going to do. I will still be doing those, but I just had to record this now. So, I was at work pushing the carts. I was consolidating a carousel, the place where the carts go, where the carts live, the cart house. Carts have better access to housing than we do nowadays. And this guy comes up behind me and goes, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Oh God, what's this? Maybe he's just going to ask for a card, or he's asking for me to take one from him." And I turn around, and he's walking up to me, and he's like, "Hi, I'd just like to ask you a question." I'm like, "Bro, what is this? What is this, dude? I'm just the cart pusher. What are you gonna ask me?" He's coming up to me. He's got his hands in his pockets, which, first of all, there's your first mistake. If you're gonna like come up to somebody, don't have your hands in your pockets, because the whole time I'm thinking, like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna stab me? Is he gonna shoot me? Is he gonna start jerking off in front of me? Like, I don't know what's going on. So immediately I'm on edge. I'm guarded, and I'm like, "Yeah, what's up? How you doing?" And I'm like keeping my eye on his hands, like, what's he doing? And he goes, "Yeah, I just was wondering. I like to sometimes help people," and I mean, like, what the fuck? And I was just wondering if you'd like to pray. And I was like, what? And he was like, "Pray." And it took me like off guard. I was like, okay. And I said, "I'm good, but I appreciate the thought," right? I didn't want to be rude because he didn't seem like he was, it was a little weird, but at the same time, like, dude, I'm working, right? Like, I'm literally in the middle of working right now. I'm not religious, so it would have been, it was just weird. Uh, so I said, like, "I'm good, but I appreciate the thought," and I did genuinely appreciate the thought. I thought he was just trying to be nice. I figured, he sees me pushing carts. He's like, "Oh, this guy's miserable. This guy, his life sucks. I just want to help him out." And I told him, after I said I appreciate the thought, I was like, "Have a good day." Like, I was trying to be nice. I was trying not to be like, like a typical Redditor fedora tipper, like, "You believe in God? LOL, Santa Claus for adults." Like, I was never like that bad when I was young, but like, I was more like that when I was young. But now I get it. I don't judge people like that anymore. So I just genuinely, I wanted to be nice to him. And it's just like, it catches you off guard. Like, total random stranger. I've never met you before, and you ask me if I'd like to pray. It's like, can we get to know each other a little bit first? Like, "Oh, I know I don't know. I have no idea who you are. I've never met you before. Would you like to commune with the divine?" It's like, can we go to mini golf first? I don't know. Go to dinner or something. Would you like to connect with the holy creator of the universe with me? It's like, bro, I don't even know your name. It was very weird. It was very weird. But honestly, after it happened, it kind of it affected me a little bit, because I thought, like, this guy, he sees me pushing carts, a miserable existence, out in the cold, wearing a jacket and shit, and he felt bad for me. He just wanted to, like, he wanted to help me, and he wanted to, bring a little light into my life. Share a positive kind of religious, divine kind of communion thing, right? And part of me wondered, like, what if I had said yes, right? Like, what if I had said yes and prayed with him? Would it have helped me any? Like, would it have? It felt it felt like I was seen, right? It felt like someone saw me and was reaching out. A total stranger was like reaching out and saying like, you have value. I'd like to help you. I'd like to, and it kind of choked me up a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I did choke up a little bit afterwards. I was like, man, life is, for me anyway, life is very isolating. And to have someone try to share that kind of experience with you, it kind of felt like I had like a connection to humanity a little bit, right? So then but I didn't. I said no. And again, I thanked him for the thought. Genuinely, I was like, thank you for, I appreciate you reaching out, right? And have a good day and all that. But I said no because, again, I'm working. It's like I'm working. I can't just take 10 minutes off of my shift and just pray with some random guy in a parking lot. You know what I mean? And also I'm not religious. So I wasn't going to do it. I said no. So then I'm doing more cart stuff. I go to the other side of the parking lot. I'm pushing carts, putting them in the cart houses. And I come back around to like the front of the store area, and I see the guy. And he's standing on the sidewalk in front of the store with like 6 or 7 people around him ministering to them, right? He's talking about salvation and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? I thought this was about me. I thought you saw me. I thought you wanted to help me. But you just wanted an audience member, right? You're some open mic minister doing like a 10-minute spot at the local supermarket, and you were just farming for an audience, right? I thought I was the main character. So then all that feeling of like, oh, I felt seen and connected with just went out the fucking window. And I was like, this guy is just as crazy as I am. He's farming me for attention. So then now I figured I would farm him for attention. So here we are. It's the cycle of life, So I just wanted to share that. That's it. It's a very short one tonight, but I had to get that out. I had to tell you guys that. It was a weird experience. And I remember at one point I even heard the crowd laugh, right? And I was like, oh man, maybe I should have gone. Maybe I should have gone to the show. Maybe it was a good show. But I didn't. But I don't know. It was weird. Again, if you're going to do something like that, keep your hands out of your pockets, please. You're immediately putting me on the defensive. So next time, if anyone out there is thinking about doing something like that, don't rock up to somebody with your hands in your pockets. It's fucking weird. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.